Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV. Today I am reviewing the second studio album by Welsh rock band the Joy Formidable. It's titled Wolf's Law and it's due for release here in January. This band is known for incorporating elements of dream pop into their established rock sound. Here on Wolf's Law, it's obvious that the band is focused on two new things, and that is, one, getting louder, turning up the guitars all the way, and two, incorporating elements of nature into their writing style and into their visual effects such as music videos. This album is huge. Sonically, musically, lyrically, it's big. You're gonna want to listen to this album on good speakers just so you can get the full listening experience that the band intended for you to have when they made this album. The attention to detail put on Wolf's Law is just incredible, whether it be just the way the piano sounds kind of in the background. You might not hear it audibly at first if you're not listening for it, but the way it is in the Leopard in the Lung and the chord progressions on Choya, or really any song on the record, just the attention to detail, like I said, you're going to miss out if you don't listen for certain things. But this doesn't mean that they've totally lost who they are as a band or what they're all about. If you're a fan of their older album or other EPs or anything like that, just imagine it like this. Okay, they've taken the guitars, and they already were awesome and kind of noisy. They've taken the guitars, and they've pretty much totally intensified, night and day intensified their sound, whether it be the curiosity and wondering that comes through when they write their songs, or just the confidence that some of these songs just pretty much bleed. This is truly the happiest I've felt listening to an album in a long time, and I don't say that lightly. Okay, sure, I've loved plenty of albums in recent times, but they're all albums that I've pretty much expected to love, things that I was expecting to love because I've listened to the bands before in the past, and it wasn't something that just caught me off guard out of nowhere. I think the last record to really do that for me was the Naked and Famous Passive Me, Aggressive You. And it's funny that that was the last band to do it because the Joy Formidable has toured with the Naked and Famous before in the past, and honestly, their music reminds me of the Naked and Famous, and that's why it was so easy for me to get into and access the Joy Formidable. At times, I do hear the Naked and Famous in their music, and that's definitely a compliment. What's different here is that I hadn't even really given a second thought to listening to the new Joy Formidable record, and I just kind of clicked on it on a whim, honestly, on Rolling Stone's website, that it was available to stream. I was browsing the website anyways, I clicked on it, and I was immediately just blown away and sucked in by the musicianship and just the guitars and really everything. What's not to draw me in? With Wolf's Law, the band have aimed for the rock stratosphere and succeeded here, with the goal being, I think, to blow the roof off of your mind and or ears, so to speak. The heaviness and the uniqueness of songs like Mama's Song, Little Blimp, Choya, and Bats is just a little bit crazy to me. Mama's Song is definitely the most unique song on Wolf's Law. Clocking in at just under 7 minutes, it's one hell of a ride. The song starts off simple enough, giving off kind of an Oriental vibe, if you will, but it quickly crashes in and tears into what becomes quite the epic song. The guitar breakdown is fuzzy and simply majestic, and just seemingly sucks you into another dimension as you listen. The pounding bass during the breakdown keeps the song from spiraling completely into the abyss. It keeps a sense of direction in the song as it plays the familiar refrain from the song. The first single off of the album, This Ladder Is Ours, is truly the perfect opener to Wolf's Law. It starts off slow and dreamy and builds into the guitar riff that is just so infectious and catchy as it's repeated throughout the rest of the song. It's quite obvious the amount of effort that was really put into making this album, and it really shines through on tracks like this. The ideas and themes of nature can be spotted very easily if you actually listen and pay attention to what lead singer Ritzy Bryan is actually saying. Choya, Forest Serenade, and Leopard in the Lung are just a few that come to mind when I think about themes of nature, and they're also definitely seen in their music videos, like the music video for the title track, Wolf's Law, as well as the lead single, This Ladder Is Ours, you can see that the band is pretty much just battling with a dust storm. Choya is easily one of the standout tracks on the album. I commend the heaviness and lyricism on this track in particular. The guitars are truly the star of the show here on Choya, and I say play on and play loudly. I really hope to see these guys live someday. Other standouts here are Tendons, the kind of eerie track, as well as the fast jam Little Blimp. The band really slows things down at the end with the last track, The Turnaround, which also includes the hidden track, Wolf's Law, at the end of the song. And another slow song that's also very powerful and packs a punch at the same time is Silent Treatment. The guitar just sounds wonderful and pretty much carries that song. The track Bats is just heavy and fast-paced and is really just intense and in your face. Don't overlook this track, it's truly one of the gems on this record. The way that the phrase "we keep hanging on" is repeated in the chorus really just adds that much more emotion to the song, and the way that the vocals kind of come in whisper fashion when the second verse kicks off, they really added different stuff. They really wanted to make something cool, fast-paced, and eerie, I think, here on Bats. Forest Serenade is one that really shows what the band was talking about, and they said that nature was going to be a huge theme on this record. I think this track in particular was really inspired by the time they spent recording this album up in Maine. That only leaves one track left for me to discuss, and I definitely can't leave this one out. It's called The Hurdle, and it's the next to last song on the record. It starts off with sounds of feet, what I feel like is feet crunching through snow that's possibly been covered in a layer of ice the night before. You know, like when snow gets iced over, a foot stepping and crunching on that. That's what this song's opening sounds like to me, but it really just builds into a powerhouse of a track with a killer chorus. This record truly surprised me, caught me off guard, and blew every preconceived notion I may have had about the album out of the water. Drawbacks to the album, you might ask. Well, nothing comes to mind right off the bat. I really can't think of anything. I mean, high replay factor, heavy guitars, loud, noisy rock with grounded vocals, unique, creative, well thought out lyrics. What is there for me to complain about here? This album receives a perfect 5 out of 5 from me, something I don't give out unless I truly fall in love with an album. What did you guys think? Have you listened to the record yet? Are you going to? Or have you listened to the Joy Formidable in the past? I definitely urge you to check out this record. I'm going to put a link to stream the record down below. The link's only going to be active for so long. It's on Rolling Stone's website. Also guys, I am on Instagram now, so follow me at Album Review TV. The link to that is in the description below, as well as my Twitter, Facebook, other channel. Get a text when I upload a new video. Everything's down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you check out the Joy Formidable if you've never listened to them before. Like I said, they're a Welsh band, so they're grounded in the UK. Check out their music, and I will see you guys very soon right here, your home for music news and reviews, Album Review TV.